Dear students, myself Vijay Chauhan. Today's topic is neural control and coordination. In this chapter we are going to learn about nervous system, conduction and generation of nerve impulse, reflex action, and we are also going to learn about several sense organs, for example eye, ear and nose. But before we go into the chapter, as we all know that the human body comprises of many organs. And the human body carries out several functions. Yes? All these functions are not, or all these functions cannot be carried out by a single individual organ. So how does all these functions are being carried out? The simple answer for this question is that all the functions are carried out by a process called coordination. Or in other words, what we can say is all the processes in the body are carried out with the help of each other, by the process of coordination. So the question arises that how does coordination takes place in the body? So the simple answer is the coordination and integration. Yes, another important point, that is integration. Integration is also an important process taking place inside the body. So coordination and integration together are very important for carrying out a single function. So how does and who carries out all this? So the simple answer is that all this control and coordination and integration of the body, all the functions is being carried out by neuroendocrine system. It is being carried out by neuroendocrine system. Neuro means nervous system and endocrine means endocrine system, the type of system which helps or which releases hormone to carry out a particular function. So both these together, that is nervous system and endocrine system, together work and carry out a single function. Now you might be thinking that do all the organisms perform same type of control and coordination or same type of functions? The answer is that all the organisms are of different types. Some are invertebrate, or in other words what we can say is some are lower organism and some are higher. Lower organisms, for example invertebrates. Invertebrates, they have a very primitive type. They have a very primitive type of nervous system. But as compared to invertebrates, vertebrates have a very advanced type of nervous system. So today we are going to learn about the nervous system. In the next period or in the next topic we are going to learn about the endocrine system. Now, what is nervous system? The nervous system is made up of a highly specialized cell called neuron. This is a neuron. It is a very highly specialized cell which is found in vertebrates. There may be hundreds of billions of neurons found in the human body. Most of the neurons are found in the brain. On the basis of the structure, neuron is the longest cell of the body. Neuron can be divided into three parts, that is dendrite or short processes, cyton or cell body, and the third is axon or the long processes. Now here we are going to learn about neuron, how neuron works and how neuron functions. First of all, as we know that neuron is divided into three parts. The first part is dendrite. The function of dendrite is to collect the nerve impulses coming from the different organs, or it comes from or coming from the brain. In other words, what we can say is it receives the message. As it receives the message, it is also called as efferent process. It is also called as efferent processes or dendrites. They are shorter process. They may be one or several. Next thing, the dendrite also contains several neurofibrils and neurotubules. The function of the neurotubules is to give shape, and the function of the neurofibrils is to provide the electrical impulse, or in other words is to send the electric impulse to the further part of the cell body. Coming to cyton or cell body, this is the main part of the neuron. It consists of cell body, it consists of a larger distinct nucleus, yes, which contains a nucleus surrounding the neuroplasma. The cytoplasm inside the neuron is called as neuroplasma. Along with this, it also contains several Nishan's granule. It also contains mitochondria, Golgi bodies, rough endoplasmic reticulum, etc. This Nishan's granule is a type of rough endoplasmic or irregular mass of a rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is probably responsible for the function or probably responsible for the synthesis of protein inside the neuron. Coming to the third part, that is axon. Axon is the longest part of the neuron. Axon is the longest part of the neuron. Surrounding the axon, you can find that it is protected by a particular type of an layer called as myelin sheath. Depending on the myelin sheath, neuron can be of two types: myelinated neuron and non-myelinated neuron. Myelinated neuron in the sense the neuron which is covered or protected by a myelin sheath. As we can see here, see the neuron is protected by a myelin sheath. So this type of neuron is called as a myelinated neuron. And in other type of neuron, you cannot see this protective cover or myelin sheath around this. Such type of neuron are called as non-myelinated neuron. Now, axon. Now, function of the axon is to transmit the message which was been received from the dendrites to cell body, and then afterwards the message come to the axon. This terminal of axon, or at the end of the axon, there is a place called axon terminal. Now, at the end of the axon, there is a place called synaptic node. Synaptic node. It is the place from where a new axon gets started, or in other words, what you can say is it is the place from where new dendrites, the dendrites of a new axon get started. So, the electrical impulse which was been carried from the dendrite passes through cell body, then from cell body it goes into axon, and from axon this electrical impulse or the message, electrical impulse in the sense here what we are talking about is about the message which is coming from brain. So the electrical impulse comes to the synaptic node. From here, synaptic node, the electrical message is being passed to the another neuron. So in this way, the messages are being conducted from neuron to neuron, and in this way we are responsible, or in this way we can say that our body carries out messages. So this was about neuron. So students, just note it down the figure and just take the snap of this.